Germany's decision to take in members of the controversial Syrian group the White Helmets has sparked anger among lawmakers who say Berlin should be offering asylum to others instead.
I have decided that Germany will take in 8 members of the White Helmets aid group and their families and grant them protection. The continuing military offensive and the territorial gain the Syrian regime is making in southern Syria presents an acute danger for the group.
The federal government must offer asylum to the journalist and founder of the WikiLeaks whistleblowing platform, Julian Assange, instead of accepting members of the controversial White Helmets group from Syria. It is completely contradictory that the interior minister, on the one hand, wants to find Islamist terror, but on the other wants to bring in these members of Islamist terrorist militias to Germany.
So the White Helmets is a self-proclaimed rescue group that's been operating in Syria for the last 6 years. It's received millions in funding from US and NATO allies. The group sparked concern after that, for example, when they were filmed removing a body from a jihadist execution and another video seen waving al-Qaeda flags. There have been numerous allegations of the White Helmets working directly with al-Nusra terrorists and of staging rescue operations. Now, as we just heard, some German MPs would rather offer asylum to Julian Assange, the founder or co-founder of WikiLeaks. Now, Assange took refuge in the Ecuadorian embassy in London after a Swedish court issued an arrest warrant for him over allegations of rape. The whistleblower's lawyers say the allegations are politically motivated. The UN has described his confinement at the embassy as arbitrary detention. Now, as for the White Helmets, whether or not to grant them asylum in Germany, it certainly has divided opinion. And David Noack from the Left Party thinks it's odd they've been given priority.
Julian Assange faces to being prosecuted in Great Britain or maybe even in the United States, and the German government doesn't say anything about humanitarian issues in that case, but it wants to take in the refugees from Syria. I'm not against taking in the refugees from Syria, but why those Syrians and why not others? Because there are many Syrians barred from leaving Turkey in order to come to Europe, and they are not allowed to, but those White Helmets who played a dubious role in the civil war, and they are allowed into Germany now, and that's very strange. They only operate in rebel-held territories, and there are only few moderate rebels left, and many of those territories are dominated by Islamist groups. And the White Helmets are not impartial in that conflict. They are clearly a part of a faction, not of a moderate faction in the Syrian civil war, and they're not a pure humanitarian organization.
Meanwhile, Assange's future remains unclear. Ecuador is now reportedly considering withdrawing its asylum protection, prompting fears he will face extradition to America, where he faces prosecution over the leaking of classified documents. Let's recall some of those leaks.
Well, I'm not a doctor, but I think you're getting good medical care.
Does the NSA collect any data on millions of Americans?
No, sir.
WikiLeaks walks like a hostile intelligence service and talks like a hostile intelligence service.